Introduce yourself, buddy.
Steve Donley, drill engineer with Marathon Oil out of Houston.
Aren't you like the president of the world of drilling engineering?
I mean,
now?
pretty much, but we don't like to flaunt that, you know.
El Jefe of drilling.
Yeah, I have a lot of good people that work around me, so it.
They work near you, learning.
I've been fooling people for years, yeah, but yeah, no.
You've got a lot of teach. You're a good
leader. I've been doing drilling most of my career.
Yeah. Where'd you grow up, buddy?
I grew up in Southern Illinois, actually, kind of by across the river from St. Louis, and then moved to Texas in high school, and then went to Texas A&M from there, and then.
Is that? I mean, were you even really aware of oil and gas or drilling when
you were
in
Illinois?
Not
at all. My dad was into finance, and nobody in my family has done oil and gas. So just kind of fell into it. I was going to do some sort of engineering, and
did you get like an internship down there? And like, oh, this is kind of cool.
No, just kind of went into just kind of looked at it, and I thought, well, I'm in Texas now. Let's see what petroleum engineering is. Your basic classes are all about very similar, and really kind of fell in love with it. Just it's a very specialized field, but really just I think you either love it or hate it. So fell in love with it.
Man, we are very fortunate you loved it.
Yeah, well, same here. It's been a good industry to be in, good people, and we have ups and downs, but overall, it's a great industry to be in.
You've been involved in the AADE for a long time, and you've always been very willing and very capable of getting up and speaking and giving great information to either the current, our current colleagues or the next generation of oil and gas. So thank you for speaking today.
No, thanks for having me. It's an honor, and I'm glad we're doing this again.
You're one of our first go-tos always because we know you'll have something interesting going on. Marathon's a big company, so you guys have a lot of interesting places that you've drilled and challenges and overcoming challenges is what this conference is usually what it's about.
Correct. Yeah. No, it's an honor to be here and be representing Marathon here, to be honest.
What did you talk about on the stage earlier?
So it was mainly brainstorming ideas. Just kind of I spoke at the last one, as you mentioned. What's changed between then and now. Kind of a reminder of how COVID affected our industry, and basically getting down to the details with a lower rig count now. Just how we can be better, how we need to be better as an industry, just take care of smaller details that maybe fell by the wayside in the past. Maybe we didn't have the time to focus on them, or the personnel to focus on them. We really got to have to pay attention to everything we do right now.
Lower rig count doesn't necessarily mean that we're drilling any less or any faster. Any slower. We're maybe accomplishing more with less rigs.
Correct, and there is some natural
efficiencies
that occur regardless. But when you think, I don't quote me on Oklahoma had 150, 200 rigs in years past, and then we're at 64 with almost $100 oil. It's just you kind of feel like it might hopefully it gets up to that level. But to your point, I think we're drilling faster, and I think we'll need less rigs, to be honest. I mean, I know nobody wants to hear that, but that's the reality of it.
Well, and we're doing longer laterals.
Correct.
So once we're on one well, we're staying there longer and getting out more hydrocarbons and our fossil fuels, if you will, from one hole and one straw.
Correct. Yeah. You might have 5 wells on a pad that you're covering 15 miles of lateral versus having 15 wells where you might have 1 rig versus 2 rigs drilling it. To your point, exactly.
Another neat thing is I'm seeing the operators, in years past and the efficiencies. We were only recovering, very small percentages of the reservoir when we do, those wells. So nowadays, technology is driving us to recover more with less straws on the ground.
Correct. Yeah, that's a very good, very very good point.
Any idea how Marathon has seen some of those improvements?
As far as
is it more data getting to you?
I think it's more data.
Well,
and
programs.
We're following the data more, and again questioning everything we're doing. There's a status quo, and we think we have something figured out. We need to stop. We can't do that. We have to question everything we do, good or bad.
Drill a few, stop, look around,
see what we're doing. Yeah, as an industry, we're quick to point out what went wrong, but not document what actually went good. And I think that's a big thing to say. Okay, what actually good happened here, so we can consciously repeat that.
Do you know? I mean, I always am curious. Like, how many wells does Marathon operate right now? Total? Do you have any idea?
I wouldn't be able to. Yeah,
I got some really good numbers. I've had people on the podcast. We go out on the weeds, but we found that pretty accurately there's about 1 million wells U.S. nationwide land that are recordable, like being in production.
Okay.
So Marathon probably's got a big chunk of that.
Yeah, I know we do. I don't have an exact number.
Yeah. And then you look and see, okay, well, all those you can go back and improve with teams. How many engineers does Marathon have that are in drilling?
So in drilling we have I'd say 5 or 6.
So for AADE guys coming out of college, like you come to a company like Marathon, what are their what's the ropes for somebody that you guys hire?
So they're pretty good about putting people in different try some drilling, try some completions, try some reservoir, giving them a kind of a good experience level in each facet of it.
You had that. What was your first oil and gas job?
I actually worked for a service company doing cementing and coil tubing and a little bit of frac.
Very helpful when it comes to the drilling side.
Yeah. I think it's helped me more just to be on the other side of the table and know, as I mentioned in my presentation, the operator. We need the service companies as well as they need us.
Oh yeah,
and I think you earn that. You gain that respect working on both sides of it, and just getting out there in the field, working on the rigs with the cementing crew. You really get a good taste of what it is.
Do you think? When I'm here, I mean, I'm constantly looking around the room, and I see we're lucky to have some younger guys here. I mean, what's it take to get more and more people involved in our industry and come aboard? What do you think?
I mean, I think we just have to question. I mentioned there's a work-life balance issues. There's always, we all work for money as well. But I think it's that, but I also think it's events like this to get them out here and meet people and see the people of this industry are great. And that's what I think that's a resounding thing that everybody you meet says, right? It's all about the people, and
it really does feel like a team of people working together toward a goal.
Right. Yeah, and I think if younger people coming out of college see that, you feel part of that camaraderie and realize like, yeah, this is something that I want to do, since you got a long career ahead of you, and you might might as well be part of a team, and honestly, we're actually doing something really good for the world in producing oil and gas.
Yeah, I maybe I'm just getting older and sentimental, and we're holding hands on the table right now, but
it's not weird. It's supposed to make it
weird. The feeling of providing the world affordable and abundant energy is more vital now than ever before.
Right, correct. I agree.
And I look around this room, and you stop and take it, look back at all your career, like, man, I'm very fortunate to have been a part of something so special.
Right, correct.
And the people I've known for so long.
Yeah.
Leadership.
Right.
And this guy right here is a great leader, and everybody loves him. Yeah, you're definitely
thank you. Appreciate that.
Put on a pedestal. That's good.
Appreciate
you deserve it. Well, this is what we do, everybody. We're fortunate to gather, continually, supporting our good leaders who are going out to drill wells and give them platforms to share their knowledge.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
You too, brother. Well, We'll see you next time, everybody. Take care. God bless.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.